Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 3 tips I took from none other than Top G in terms of building a personal brand and in terms of actually taking my income from 1K a month to 100K a month. And these 3 philosophies actually came down to a few simple things. But me and my team, we actually have helped not only consult and work with brands that are 7, 8, 9-figure brands. So we've seen a lot of different trends in content creation, social media, etc. So this is kind of like an insider scoop of advice that we learned from behind the scenes, seeing how Tate operates and advice we got from him, as well as how present day these tips can apply to you, even if you're just a beginner starting. You want to build your brand, have no clue what to do, or you're stuck and you want to take your brand and business to the next level. You'll want to pay attention. All right. So these 3 tips will help you. Stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. All right. So let's get into it. Basically, when it comes to building a personal brand, there's a lot of things that it looks like you have to focus on, right? Things like, what do I talk about? How do I look on camera? Do I have an editor? How much is it going to cost me? Do I have a video guy? You probably thought these questions yourself. And maybe you stopped there, or maybe you even took it to the next level where you actually tried to create content but got stuck, right? We've all been there. And see, the reality is that not a single human being out there that has a personal brand, and trust me, I've met the Mr. Beasts of YouTube, a lot of the entrepreneurial social media people in the space. I've met them almost all. And I've had the privilege on my main channel, The Passionate Few, to interview them. But what I will tell you from a behind the scenes perspective is that a lot of times you'll find that the most successful brands are actually just doing a few things really right, not 100 things super duper well. And I'll get into what I mean by this. Basically, these 3 steps, and I'll elaborate on them because I always hate videos that make you wait to the end. These 3 steps are as follow. Number 1, have a strong messaging. And I'll elaborate on that. But it is so important that you have a message that is strong. Like even this video series, right? I'm taking imperfect action to create a 100-day interview challenge with myself to share raw thoughts here, not highly produced, no editing, none of that. And I'm just coming from the soul here, right? I'm testing it, but I'm coming from a place of strong messaging so I can feel good about it. Same with my main channel. So same with you. Don't let the intimidation or the fact that you might not have that much experience on social media make you think you're not strong. If you're strong in your day-to-day life, if you feel strongly enough to create a channel, build your personal brand, lean into that. Lean into the ideas and thoughts, even if they're not the quickest way to ROI or make money. You have to lean into your strengths first to create momentum. Okay. So number 1 is strong messaging. Strong messaging, just to show you the next level of taking action on that, actually becomes shareable. And that's why it's so important, because if you think about it, building your personal brand is not just about building great stuff from your account. It's getting other accounts to share you, to talk about you, to have a relevance to an ever-growing audience, right? That's really what it is. Like if you think of the biggest personal brands in the world, the least amount of their own content is on their own platform. And when you really internalize that, you realize, okay, yes, I have to start from my platform, but how do I create messaging that's worth it? And in a world where millions of people are sharing things that are worth it, why can't you be a part of it, right? Number 1, strong messaging, okay? That can take many a form, but high level, you want to think about that. What do you feel the strongest about? Pain, desire, insight, right? Whatever it is. So that's number 1. And one more sub point on that. I just had the privilege of being in Romania with Tate, and he talked about the power of talking about suffering for your personal brand. So if you're struggling and you're like, I don't feel strongly about anything, or I'm not sure, trust me, you've probably felt strong about your pains, and that's why you want to grow. If you're a person that's in a personal development, mentorship, getting to the next level, growing as a person, right? Chances are there's something strong in there. So if you don't have strengths you can lean into, start with your pain points. Your ability to talk about that and have gone through that may be a strength for somebody else listening. So food for thought in life or business if you're stuck on ideas. Take imperfect action with strong messaging. That's number 1. Number 2 is you want to try all platforms. Okay. You want to try posting on many different social media platforms. And number 3 is to measure and replicate. In short, do more of what works and less of what doesn't. If you can build momentum that way, you'll have all 3 elements in your power. Number 1, you'll be creating strong messaging that's reshareable and repurposable. Number 2, you'll be trying out different platforms. And I'll kind of zoom in on this. But basically, I have a client who is in Australia. Her name is Tima Elhaj, awesome soul. And I had the privilege of coaching her several years back when she wanted to build her personal brand and she was stuck. And she was like, well, what do I talk about? What do I build it on? And so I challenged her to this exact same thing. And I've done this with dozens and dozens of clients. I'm doing it now with myself in real time by starting a new channel here. But when you can try new things happen. Chances are if you feel stuck, it's because your operation is stuck, your momentum is stuck, your system is stuck. And so I think sometimes it's time for a new challenge, a heavier weight, if you will, maybe even an equal weight, but in a different workout, right? The parallel here. is trying something new. And so I told her, hey, why don't you try something on one video a day on every platform for 30 days? It could even be the same video. And so she went ahead and did it, and she tested Instagram, and I believe it was YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. Long story short, she ended up trying and getting really good momentum on LinkedIn, and it kept growing and growing and growing. And today she's got hundreds of thousands of followers on LinkedIn, and that's her strongest asset. And now she helps and consults and coaches people on that on LinkedIn and is crushing it herself. Right. And all that happened. She was super nervous and anxious and was like nervous about even doing the whole thing. And God, such an awesome soul. She created content and it built momentum for her. The same is true of people who go viral on other platforms. They weren't doing anything that is super genius that you can't think of. They were just willing to try things. And as the feedback grew, just like me making these raw videos, right? It was nerve-wracking for me to overcome my limiting beliefs of going from having a crazy polished channel to imperfect one like this. But I said, you know what? Screw it. Let me just come with strong messaging from the soul. Let me talk to people directly, challenge myself to post here. I know I love reaching people here. And so now this video is here. And if it's speaking to you, you could do what I'm sharing with you here for others, right? That's totally possible in whatever place in the world you're in, whatever industry you're in. So just kind of mind map that is if you try things for 30 days or a 10-day challenge, whatever it is, commit to something. And when you do it, you'll get feedback. And then that leads to number 3, like I mentioned. And I'm kind of off the cuff here. I'm just shooting it in a raw, real way. I have notes here, is to measure and replicate and just do more of what works and less of what doesn't. So if you can just start with, hey, what's strong messaging? Let's put out videos of strong messaging for 10 days or 30 days on our platforms. Don't worry about anything else. Just commit to a daily thing and you'll get feedback in a new way. And with that intention of leading by your values, you'll start to get feedback that'll help you grow. And now you might be thinking, okay, well, where does the money come in? Where's the 1K, 10K a month, 100K a month? Trust me when I tell you those numbers will grow as you do what I'm telling you grows. Because like I said, if you think of the best entrepreneurs in the world in terms of content creation and sharing their message and acquiring talent and customers, it's because they're sharing content at scale, right? They're having volume. And so for you to get quality, you have to create volume, kind of like trimming the fat of like a steak, right? Usually you grill it and then after it comes out, you cut off the sort of fat, right? The fat builds character. And so sometimes the work works on you more than you work on it, even if it's not working or like the format here is raw or maybe nobody will see this compared to the millions of views I've got on my other channels. Like, I don't care about that. I care about the fact that I'm coming from a genuine place of intent. I'm trying something new. And then as we get feedback from what people like you like, we do more of it and less of what I like, and more of what I like and less of what I don't like and what you guys don't like either. And so I'm sharing this stuff because it's ideas in real time that have helped me not just implement it in our interviews where people started resharing content from our interviews, which led to more leads, which led to more clients. But you'll also see how you can, even if you're not interviewing amazing, noteworthy people, how you can talk about topics related to your stuff. Maybe it's accounting, maybe it's real estate, maybe it's finance, maybe it's a contrarian idea you have around a certain thing or a curiosity about a certain thing or personal story of how you overcame something. There's always some sort of way. If you can think about the strongest messages to you, the strongest memories to you, the strongest challenges to you, the strongest breakthroughs to you, the strongest moments in your relationship to you, those things could be powerful with the world, but unless you try them on many platforms, you'll never know what happens back. And trust me, once you do that, it's only a matter of time before you apply it to your business. And then your business grows just as your brand does. So anyways, I know you guys wanted money tactics. I'm happy to get into that in another video, but I just want to share it with you because it is so important that you dial these things in right. Because you get this right, the quality of what comes out of that financially for you comes out right as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching with me, I'm putting together an awesome group of people sharing some of Tate's strategies as well as some of the stuff he shared behind the scenes, plus some of the other hundreds of entrepreneurs that we've interviewed and are interviewing on my main channel, The Passionate Few, including names like billionaire John Paul DeJoria, Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, all these great men and women, billion-dollar entrepreneurs, John Paul DeJoria. We're working on Tony Robbins this year. We just obviously had Tate on, and we got Tim Grover coming out soon, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant's trainer. So anyways, just sharing this stuff with you because there's so many new ideas. This is the stuff that they're all doing in real time, and I'm excited to be doing it in a new way and taking passionate few people out there, maybe just like yourself, who are interested in doing the same. And if you want to, you can apply for coaching in the link in the description down below. Find out more information about that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you tomorrow. Share this with a friend if it was valuable. And let me know if you like these inspired rants that are a little bit all over the place, but genuinely from the soul. Hope to help. All right. See you guys tomorrow. God bless.